B.A.N.T. That's an acronym for budget, authority, need, and timeline. Sawa sawa. So budget, you need to be able to determine who around you has a budget to buy what you're offering. And by that, it's not necessarily how they look, it's what type of need you can sell to them. So that's what it means. This person, how will you look at them and determine what sort of thing and what budget do they have to buy a certain thing from you. So on Jumia, or the Jumia market, everything that we have, Jumia Mall, has a lot to offer for different budgets. Kuna saa za 20,000 if you haven't gone through the website. That one maybe is not going to appeal to someone of a lower class, but it will appeal to someone else that maybe you know can be able to afford it. Have a timeline. Don't take over 3 hours talking to someone. That also doesn't mean don't take your time. Just mark your timeline, what suits you best, so that you also move on to something else. Next, we have different ways of how you can generate the sales and how you can move yourself from the probation level to captain level, because all this takes work. Haitakuwa ati uta move to just like that. There has to be a way for you to grow within the ranks, and for you, as you're growing within the ranks, you encounter different circumstances, and these ones build you. So whichever circumstance that you go through, every different customer that you encounter, these people build you up to a better person. So don't ever take a situation where it's making you look bad. No, that's a very, very good learning experience for you to also grow on to the next level, and also teach people that will come under you. Because as you're growing up, you're growing to also become a manager to someone else. So you have to go through this process so that you understand the system. So different types of sales tips that can make you grow. There are hundreds of tips that are out there, but I'm just going to cover about 6 because of time again. Yeah. So do due diligence. What does that mean? It means do your research. Know who you want to sell to. The neighbor that you have next door, if you don't know they have a baby, you will not know that's a potential market for diapers. The neighbor next door, ni mtu anapenda IT things, maybe their laptop broke down. You will not know unless you engage them on the stairs when they are coming up. I wanted to know, like, do you work, or do you, I know I'm a student, kuna laptops. How will you know if you don't talk to this person? There's a good way of engaging someone without making them feel like you're investigating their life, but you're just, hajui unafanya nini. It's only you who knows. But at the end of the day, it's going to benefit you. So you have to engage these people. That's the only way you can sell. Okay? So that's what it means by doing due diligence. Do your research. Know your market. Okay? So the next step is the decision maker. This again is the same thing, like who has that authority to make the decision to buy that product. You can come to the house and tell me about a certain product, but I may not be the one to decide whether we need that product or whether there's money for that product. So you have to know, again, even if you're talking to this student about a laptop, is he the one to buy or not? So once you've spoken to this person, maybe you may need to engage their father or mother. Oh, by the way, there's a nice laptop that you can buy your son. I understand he's in college, blah, 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 something like that. So you see, by that, even if the son wants it, umeingisha hapo without telling them the son actually said yes. Okay, because pia utaki kuleta mvurutano kwa nyumba za watu. You understand, eh? So you have to know how to put it, but at the end of the day, look at the bigger picture, you make the sale. Okay, so that's what it means by knowing the decision maker. Then you have to, once you've known who the decision maker is, you've established what type of need they have, offer a solution to their problems. The solution being, maybe this lady has a phone that broke down, but they don't know where they can get it, or they don't have time to go and shop for it, or they don't know which products are genuine. But if you haven't done the first 2 steps, you will not know. This person, simu yake inashinda ikimsumbua, battery or whatever, because they bought a counterfeit phone. But then if you don't have step 1 and 2 in place, you will not know how to be that solution to their problem. So that's another tip that you can use. Okay, so on to the next one. Be respectful to objections. You might come to me because you want to sell a certain product to me, but I know someone else who sells it at a cheaper price. You don't get upset because someone tells you, mi hata naweza ibuy na so, tausi zinauzwa so, mbona unaniuzia so tatu? Don't get upset, it's fine. Tell them it's okay, kuna za so, but kuna counterfeit na actually genuine products.